Fans of the Chucky series who have been anticipating news about the second installment of the series can now heave a sigh of relief. Don Mancini, the showrunner and creator of the series, has some juicy news. What is this news? What should fans of the show be expecting in Season 2? Keep watching to get the gist of what Mr. Mancini said about infusing Catholic-based horror into Season 2. Before we move on, let's review what happened in Season 1. The events in Season 1 take place after the events of Cult of Chucky, which is the 7th movie of the Chucky Child's Play franchise. Jake Wheeler, a 14-year-old from Hackensack, New Jersey, purchases a good guy doll at a yard sale to include it in his work of contemporary art. Later on, he learns that the doll is inhabited by the spirit of serial killer Charles Lee Ray, also known as Chucky, in this particular incarnation. Jake quickly turns into a suspect in a string of bizarre incidents involving the doll, who causes a wave of horrifying killings to erupt around the town. Those killed by Chucky are Lucas, Jake's father, the Wheelers' maid, Oliver, a police officer, and the principal. Others include Bree, Devon's mom, and Detective Evans. We also get to see flashbacks of Charles' past as a little boy and how he became one of Hackensack's most infamous killers. We also see how Season 1 also explores Jake's sexuality and how his father is against him being gay. The season ended with the deaths of Junior, Nika, and possibly Kyle. Next, Don Mancini talks about his favorite part of Chucky Season 1. Mancini took the opportunity to discuss his favorite scene from Season 1 of Chucky during the NBC Universal press tour for Season 2. Mancini said that Jake and Devon's Season 1 kiss was one of his favorites. That was something we planned and talked about a lot and worked on, and there was a very nervous energy on the set that night, but Zach and Björgvin did such a great job and had us all crying when it happened. For those who don't know, Don Mancini is an openly gay man whose queerness had a significant impact on the franchise's later films. Chucky's first season starred Zackary Arthur as Jake Wheeler, a young gay teenager navigating his thoughts while also housing a deadly doll. When he finally admits to Chucky that he is gay, he mentions having a gender-fluid child, seed of Chucky star Glen, Glenda. Jake is surprised to learn that Chucky is a supportive parent, to which the sociopathic killer responds that he's not a monster. When Jake wasn't coping with Chucky's reign of terror, he was finding out about his identity and how it related to his new friend and crush, Björgvin Arnarson. Fortunately, Jake's sentiments were reciprocated, and the two began a romance while fighting for their lives. Just knowing that went over so well, and the characters in that relationship have been embraced by the LGBTQ+ community, that has really meant a lot to all of us, Mancini said. Up next, Brad Dourif and Jennifer Tilly reveal their favorite Chucky moment. Dourif and Tilly talked about their 24 years of collaboration on the Child's Play franchise and their one favorite moment, which is also one of the most peculiar and comically absurd moments in the entire narrative, when speaking at a Television Critics Association event for the TV series. Dourif explained, "The night that Chucky got lucky, because I was shocked when Chucky had I wasn't expecting to be shocked, but I was so shocked and delighted. Anyway, that was my favorite moment. I saw the two dolls have and even though Jennifer and I did all that, voice only for all of that." When Tilly spoke about the incident in question, she recalled the amazing improvised line she and Dourif had used to make the scene into horror comedy gold. She said, "It was really fun because the way that we work. Brad and I were in adjoining booths, so he'd improvise and I improvised." We now tackle a question that has been on many people's minds. When will Season 2 be released? There's good news for fans of the Child's Play franchise. Chucky Season 2 will premiere on October 10, 2022. Awesome, right? A trailer is already out since September 14, 2022. It's rumored that all the major characters in the first season would be returning for the second season. It would be interesting to see how those that had died in Season 1 would come back. We might also see more of Tiffany and her gender-fluid daughter Glen. Some parts of Season 2 might also be set in somewhere other than the town of Hackensack. Do you want to know where this other place is? Keep watching. From all indications, Season 2 will also be aired on Syfy and USA. No changes have been announced in that area. Whatever changes are made, Chucky Season 2 still seems set to hold fans spellbound, just like the critically acclaimed first season. Finally, what did Don Mancini say about incorporating religion-related horror into Season 2? Chucky has always had a slight god complex. What transpires then when the tiny serial killer is placed in a respectable religious atmosphere and is compelled to deal with a force greater than himself? Well, Chucky Season 2 comes into play here. A lot of the story takes place at this Catholic reform school where the kids get sent, franchise creator Don Mancini reveals in an interview with SFX magazine. As to how Jake and friends find themselves in a Catholic reform school, Mancini tells us that we'll have to wait to watch season 2 to find out. This time around, the showrunner claims he was influenced by films like The Omen and The Exorcist. Given how important the subject of possession is to the series, it seemed like the inevitable next step when the filmmaker sat down to plan out a new batch of episodes. He further explained that he has enjoyed delving into different subgenres of horror. He also added that his favorite subgenre of horror has always been Catholic-based spooky horror movies, and being able to put Chucky in that world, in a mass with priests and nuns and all other stuff like confessions, was fun. It remains to be seen if his audience would find it fun, but based on Don Mancini's track record, we can almost be sure that the viewers will love it. In related news, The Boys spin-off series Gen V wraps filming on season 1. Filming for season 1 of Gen V, a spin-off of the successful Amazon series The Boys, has come to an end. The show's official Twitter account revealed some new photographs of the cast from the set of the series, as well as the statement that production has concluded. That doesn't guarantee we'll have the release date soon, but the show wrapping up filming is a promising hint that we won't be too far away from seeing it on Prime Video. According to the tweet, "Yeah, we're wrapping Gen V production. No, we ain't telling you when it's coming out yet." This follows a recent tease from the show's VOT International account, which showed the Gen V setting. Most of the series takes place in a school where teenage superheroes learn how to perfect their talents before venturing out onto the streets as professional crime fighters. A set of photographs of the building's insides have been released. Michelle Fazekas and Tara Butters created Gen V, Jazz Sinclair, Lizzie Broadway, Chance Perdomo, Maddie Phillips, London Thor, Derek Luh, Asa German, Shelley Kahn, Patrick Schwarzenegger, and Sean Patrick Thomas appear in the series. Season 4 of The Boys and Gen V do not yet have a release date. On Prime Video, you can presently watch the first 3 seasons of The Boys, as well as the animated offshoot series The Boys Presents Diabolical. And we end this video with Squid Game creator Hwang Dong-hyuk saying Leonardo DiCaprio may join the series one day. When Squid Game first appeared in 2021, it surpassed other immensely famous shows like Stranger Things as the most watched series ever on Netflix. Squid Game grabbed the world by storm, enthralling audiences with its distinctive aesthetics and creative plot as it follows hundreds of cash-strapped players as they participate in life-or-death tournaments. Due to the first season's constrained budget, the South Korean series only included some well-known Korean actors and lacked Hollywood talent. With the increased funding for upcoming seasons, creator Hwang Dong-hyuk now tells Deadline that he's interested in bringing in renowned actors. Although the director acknowledged that initially, including non-Korean actors was not in his plan, that might definitely change if a third season received Netflix's approval. One of the first actors who would receive the call would be Leonardo DiCaprio. Additionally, Hwang Dong-hyuk revealed that the second season of Squid Game, which is scheduled to start filming sometime in 2023, will have a significantly higher budget. This made it possible for all new games to be added to the series, and the director has already chosen which ones would be highlighted. You've now gotten to the end of this video. Are you looking forward to the second season of Chucky? Which character are you most excited to see? In which direction would you love the story to go? Leave your answers in the comments section.